So we got Josh over here. We're partying. How we doing, Josh?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm super stoked and ready to go 0-3 today, and then just scrub out in the last 3 matches. It doesn't matter.
What are you playing?
I'm playing Eluth, Tormented Prophet. I don't know how it's going to perform in a tournament, and it's either going to be great or it's going to be bad because people aren't going to know what the deck's going to do, and we're hopefully just going to be able to steal some wins out of nowhere and just, you know, I'd be stoked if I made day 2. That's it. I'm going 6-0 today.
6-0, let's go. This is the confidence that I want to hear about for sure, is that 6-0. So I've played against this deck. I feel like there's going to be a better way. There we go, like this. There we go.
There.
Now we're talking. We got it. So I've played this deck a number of times.
There's a building in the back, right? We
got Mox in the background. Look at that. Yeah. We're here at the Mox Boarding House. You can see by the sign that we're at the Mox Boarding House. We're live as fuck, and we're talking to Josh about Eluth, Tormented Prophet. Now, you said you're pretty familiar with the deck. You played it a lot working up to this?
Yeah, I've been goldfishing it a lot, and I've been practicing with Mono White Guy Charles, playing against his deck and running through a lot of the motions with it. That guy. Look at that attractive son of a gun.
So you've been going through the motions, you've been putting the reps in and all that. Now, I've played it a couple times. This is something that we talked about briefly last night. Now, I know that the winning turns and some of the turns that don't win can go a little long. How have you worked to prepare for that?
I've just goldfishing it a lot, and not just playing the deck on Moxfield playtesting, which, hey, you should use Moxfield because it's a great...
Big facts.
Big facts. But actually shuffling the cards on fetches and tracking my mana with a pen and paper, because in tournaments you're not allowed to use dice to track your mana.
Oh, no shit. Yeah. Things I learned today.
An hour before the start of the event, you cannot track mana with dice. It's called status information. MTR rules 4.1.
Look at this. We got a pro here.
Not gonna get too far into it, but actually going through the motions and playing the cards that the deck plays and drawing the cards and discarding the cards and doing the motions to actually expedite my winning turn. So my brain can go through the turn faster, because I know that my combos are non-deterministic and can take time. So we're working on it.
That's awesome. It sounds like you really put a lot of thought into that. And you said we're going 6-0 today. I love that. Yeah. So my question that I've been asking people, so what are your 3 favorite creatures in the deck?
It's got to be Stormkiln Artist, Burgi. I'd say Dockside, but it's just a good card, you know? It's fine, I guess. But I'm actually going to go with Wind Rider Wizard. Whenever you cast an instant, sorcery, or wizard spell, draw a card, discard a card. So we got Stormkiln Artist, Burgi, and Windrider Wizard. All right, so fuck, marry, kill. Stormkiln Artist, Burgi, and Windrider Wizard. Oh, man. Oh, I wasn't ready for this.
No, this is we're going off the books here.
Oh gosh. Okay, I want a good fight. So I'm gonna fight Stormkiln.
No, we're not fighting here.
Fuck, marry, kill.
We're doing a sex, yes.
Order. The sex thing. I'm gonna kill Windrider Wizard.
Rip.
I'm going to. Oh man. I'm gonna fuck Stormkiln Artist.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm going to marry Burgi, God of Storytelling, because I think that's just, I'll cuddle around the fire and listen to Burgi's stories.
She going to come home from work and she's going to be like, you wouldn't believe what fucking Susan did today.
That's what I'm saying. I can see it now, right? The card art with her, she's gesticulating.
She's telling you she's weaving a hell of a tale there.
It's going to be good.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to schmooze a little bit today. You excited for what's going on? You're just super jazzed to be here. This is my first tournament too, not going to lie, which is why I'm out here acting like a total animal.
I know. I saw. We pulled up, and I was like, oh, there's that person I don't know, and there's Alan.
How are we doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Things are good. Are you playing in today's tournament?
Yeah.
What's your standings?
I'm 1-3.
All right. Yeah, I'm 0-4, so I'm definitely I'm in the cool kids crew for sure. What's your name, boss?
Mitch.
So what are you playing?
Gitrog.
Nice. That's amazing. Did you win? You win in the cleanup?
Not in cleanup. No. I'm gonna get play called on me so fast. I'm not even gonna bother.
That's awesome. I really respect that you kind of know the lines and know the limitations, especially in a timed round and all that. What decks specifically are you running into that are a really hard or bad matchup?
Just really stuff that's faster than Frog can go really screws me.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah, there is a lot of it. So, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking about the last game. lost to a Magda player, went off in their end step because I took out a piece of stacks.
Okay, yep.
But like mono red decks absolutely kill me.
They're very scary, yep. Your Magdas and your Burgies and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
So here's my new favorite questions. They're a little bit off the beaten path. So what are your 3 favorite creatures in the deck?
Oh, that's hard. Let's go. Let's go Allosaurus Shepherd.
All right.
Deathrite Shaman. And we'll just go Kozilek.
All right, Kozilek, Deathrite Salmon, Allosaurus Shepherd, fuck, marry, kill, go.
Obviously, you're gonna fuck Kozilek.
Yeah! Amazing.
Let's see. Mary. Ooh, that's hard. I don't know. I feel like Allosaurus Shepherd's got like dinosaurs and stuff. I'd probably marry Allosaurus Shepherd because hanging out with dinosaurs and stuff would be pretty cool. And so I guess I gotta kill Deathrite Shaman.
I was gonna say, I feel like the Allosaurus Shepherd probably has like the agriculture, the steady income. Like, my man's got a job. He's got like, he could provide. He's got the herd.
All the elves, man. He's got all the elves.
Yeah, and that's awesome. Well, those are excellent answers. I really appreciate the Kozilek throw out there. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to answer some intelligent questions and some not so intelligent ones. One more time, what was your name?
Mitch.
You gonna be around tomorrow, Mitch? No, you're gonna go find another party?
Probably.
Awesome, we'll enjoy it. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes, and enjoy the rest of the time.
Thank you. You as well.
What's your name, boss?
Bailey.
How we doing today? How's our standings?
I'm 0-4.
Hey, you and me both. Yeah, totally. I'm eating shit all day. It's been a whole vibe.
Playing the fun decks though.
Yeah, exactly. What are you playing?
Fibblethip.
That's right. I looked over and saw it, and I gave you that thumbs up earlier. I remember. I was like, "Oh, sick! Fibblethip's amazing." Like traditionally, what matchups are like really, really bad for Fibblethip?
Anything really stacks. Most decks are really bad, but that's why you play to beat the decks with Fibblethip.
Yeah, you come out here. I mean, my guess is you're like super familiar with the deck. It's like you know the lines. You're super tight with it.
No, I picked it up like 3 days ago.
Holy shit, that's amazing. So what do you think? The stacks deck I've been seeing are like the mono white decks and your like Winotas and shit like that. What do you see as a favorite to go to day 2 today or this tournament?
I had to go with probably mono white Heliod. I think it's just a really strong deck right now against the current meta.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know that there's definitely some people on that mono. I think Charles is doing like super good at it right now. He's got like I think he's 3-1, I think, which is pretty fucking dope. So Fibblethip, what are your 3 favorite creatures in the deck?
Well, there's only Fibblethip.
That's the only creature. Yeah. So the follow-up is usually 3 favorite creatures, and then I ask the fuck, marry, kill, but we only got Fibblethip, so he's gonna have to be all 3.
Yeah.
What was your name again?
Bailey.
Bailey, I really appreciate you taking a few time to answer a couple questions and all the shit. It'll be up as a VOD on the channel. So really, thank you for taking a few minutes and tear it up the rest. How are we doing, Phil?
We're 1-3, I guess. So okay, not great.
I didn't mean to interrupt your talk with the judge. Was it an important judge call you were doing?
No, not important, but enjoyable for sure.
There you go. That's what's. Listen, every conversation is important, right?
Yeah. You want to see how absolutely hosed I got last round?
Let's hear it. What's going on?
Turn 1, Dwarven Ruins. Turn 2, Crystal Vein. Sack the ruins in the Crystal Vein for a treasonous ogre. Pay the life to cast Godo. And then Godo trigger on the stack. Path to Exile Godo. Path to Exile trigger on the stack. Opposition Agent. No searching for either thing. And then I'm just left with the treasonous ogre in play. And we had to T-Rex scoop that one up.
Just sprayed you with the fire hose, which is absolutely wild. So what's your standings for the weekend so far?
What, my record? Yes. We are 1-3 right now, so there is a tiny, tiny chance that if I win and have good tiebreakers, maybe in a God's prayer, we'll get to the top 16, but very unlikely.
Fair enough. I totally feel that. What's your favorites to continue into day 2 right now? Like, what have you been seeing that's just absolutely crushing face?
I mean, any deck with Tymna. I've seen Tymna all over the place, but it's
Yes.
been Tymna Kamal, it's been Tymna Chrome, it's been Tymna, you know, Thrasios. So she's kind of like the queen right now. I mean, any deck with her in it, I think, has got a good chance.
Turns out having a card draw and a combat incentive in the command zone is good.
Yeah, and access to some of the better colors in the format.
A stacks color, a tutor color, a go fast color.
Yeah.
It just really is. It's a whole pack, a whole fucking deal.
Yeah, it's sad. It's very sad for me.
I've recently been playing around with Dalsum from Street Fighter, which is Selesnya Tymna, and I'm having an absolute blast with it. It draws some cards for sure. So, and it's got built-in like fakey evasion and stuff. I'm having a riot with it. So it's absolutely no surprise that it's doing so good out here. Yeah.
Word.
So. I'm new to this. I'm still like, I run out of questions eventually.
That's completely fine. I'll let you go find another person to interview.
But have you had any like specific, like really, really crazy mashups? Anything that was like you sat down and you were like, oh, gee, this is gonna be a fucking ride.
Nothing's been too outrageous, but there was a nice spicy play that happened where a guy went to Mizzix's Mastery, his graveyard, and I had a Chalice on 1. And he has an Entomb, he has a Abrade, and he has a Toxic Deluge in his graveyard. So he goes to Abrade my Chalice so that he can cast his Entomb, and I was able to cast a Desperate Ritual and Ricochet Trap it away, which just stopped him from doing all of that, which was great.
That's a whole bunch of spice going on right there.
And then he followed up with a Thoughtseize into Chalice on 1 that he, I guess, had mentally thought was gone because that was the line that he was expecting.
Yeah, so that makes sense. That'll happen. Like, you'd be like, okay, like, I'm going to proceed as if the play that just got totally fucked, like, actually didn't get totally
That was
fucked.
the line, so I'm going to do it. I have seen people at least 5 times cast into Chalice and get countered, so.
You've been running that Chalice on 1. Is it on 1 every time?
Every time. For 2 reasons. 1, when you get it out on 1, which is 2 mana, it's super relevant to the early game. And 2, that just all the 1 mana spells are like, I mean, they're just too good.
It takes care of all of your spot removal, which you're terrified of. All of your like your swords and your paths and stuff.
Yeah, it takes care of the Vamp Tutor, it takes care of the Veil of Summer, it takes care of like lots and lots of nasty stuff. So.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, in one of our practice games, I cast some dumb shit into it, and I was like, oh no! Like, just guess I'm gonna eat that. Like, so.
I'm definitely sitting there like. That's countered. Like, as soon as I see it come up, I'm like, oh, that's countered. It's just like waiting for it to happen.
Oh yeah, and people just play into it. That's the real bummer of it. So you're probably also having a riot of a time, just kind of being like Chalice on 1, and then just waiting for people to eat shit.
Chalice in 3 out of the 4 games that I've played, which is weird when like EDH where one of
The
your
same
cards,
card
like,
comes up over and over again.
Like, there are multiple cards in my deck I have not seen all weekend, even playing practice games. Like, I've played, 15 games so far? I've never seen Mind Collapse.
You were saying that. That's so nuts.
Which is weird. I don't know. It's just, I guess that is what randomness is, but sometimes the card that you want is the one that you never see.
Absolutely. Well, I really appreciate you taking a few minutes, Phil. What's your name?
Chris.
So we got Chris here. How did your round 1 go?
Round 1 went pretty good. Mulled to 4, but then got twisted, which was pretty nice.
Oh, that feels great. That's so nice.
And had the Draneth in play already, so it was fine.
Yeah, Draneth in play and got wheeled. That feels really good, actually. So what are you playing?
Playing Dawnwaker Thrasios, mostly inspired by Ian's list. I have Draneth in that list, which he does not. It's just been really good for me. So.
What was your matchup? What were the other matches?
Katz. Second Katz deck, and Ishai Jessica.
Awesome. And did you take that one?
I did, yeah.
Excellent. What was the dub?
Like the winning line?
Yeah.
Bolt with Ewit, Emil flashback.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to see it. So, so it's tough. A lot of things I want to ask are like, what matchups are you worried about going in? But I don't know if
He just asked me that question. Yeah.
So yeah. Well, there you go. I don't know like how much shared info is gonna get like
I'm
gonna change tournament results or whatever. But yeah, what matchups are you like really worried about going into it?
I've taken a lot of my like direct burn damage out to like super heavy creature based matchups. I'll play with Choirboy 20 a lot. So like Sisay, Rionya, just stuff that's not as spell-based interaction.
Okay, so more creature-based interaction. Like, and is that like also like the heavy stacks-based stuff as well, or mostly just creatures?
I'm kind of okay if there's a stack second play, because I'll just like play Brew, start swinging, gain some life back.
The other question was, who are some of your favorites to see towards the end? Who do you think we're going to be seeing in going into the finals? Decks or players?
Finals, there's probably going to be a Kark deck, whether that's Kark Thrasios, Kark Nakashima. I think the deck is really good. Probably a Timna Thrasios deck just because a lot of people are on it. Hopefully I'm there, but I'm just happy that I got one win. So.
Absolutely. That's certainly a good feel. I got clapped up in the first round. It was bad news. So we're going to go a little off the books here. What are your 3 favorite creatures in your deck?
Probably Ewit, Emil, and it's not in the deck right now, but I really wanted to put a Niv Mizzet in, just for the funsies.
So we got Ewit, Emil, and Niv Mizzet. You ready for the follow-up? Fuck, marry, kill.
Probably marry Niv.
Yeah, all right.
Fuck Ewit.
All right, yeah.
Kill. What was the last one? I forgot.
It was Niv Emil, yeah. The horse? Wow, savage. Hey, listen, it's totally fine. I'm into it. That's all.
Some never-ending story vibe. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, listen, it's a wild-ass question. We were trying to think of the dumbest possible questions last night, and we were coming up with some good ones. But that, we were in the car trying to think that one up, and we were all in fucking tears on that shit. Well, absolutely. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Best of luck to you.
You as well.
Yo, what's up?
We got Callahan. So I scrubbed out super fast and early. I heard maybe you're doing all right.
I won on Rector Fit, so we got a dub.
Was it like textbook easy claps the whole way through, or?
No, it was a disaster actually. I misplayed. There were 2 fetches that were misplayed by me and another player. I accidentally yeeted myself into an op agent where I revealed the win in my hand. But it ended up not mattering because having Veil of Summer with Tainted Pact and Dockside Tainted Pact and Thoracle just gets the job done.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear it. What was the matchup? What were the other decks?
So I was playing one of your Brooklyn boys, Phil. I don't remember the other 2 guys, but it was Godo, Yuriko, and Yisan.
That's amazing. 2 monocolor decks is really cool to see. That's actually really sweet. You feeling a little? You feel like it was was that a little bit of a confidence boost going forward?
I mean, sure. Phil had the turn 2, but I had the Null Rod just in time.
Wow, the Null Rod is some hella removal. So you played the Null Rod just before he was able to go for it?
Yep, got the Null Rod up before he was able to really get moving. So
aside from clearly yourself on RecFit, who's your favorites this weekend? Who are you psyched to see take home some glory?
I think that if people are watching, they need to be paying attention to Phoenix on OW.
All right.
Ridiculous.
I didn't know anybody was playing it. That's really cool. I've seen some people talking about it, seen a little bit of theory crafting, that sort of shit. So it's cool to see people are actually putting it into effect.
Charles's famous 41 tweet
yeah
thread about that. Yeah, but no, it's super sweet. I think people should respect the deck, but.
I think there's going to be a lot of respect for it going forward, especially if it's making waves, if it's out here getting games in and that sort of stuff. So here's the big question. 3 favorite creatures in your deck.
Arena Rector, Academy Rector, and Thassa's Oracle.
All right, Arena Rector, Academy Rector, and Thassa's Oracle.
Actually, can I take back the Thassa's Oracle? Viscera Seer.
Arena Rector, Academy Rector, Viscera Seer, fuck, marry, kill, go.
Well, we're definitely fucking Arena Rector.
All right.
Marrying Academy. Well, wait, no, we marry Viscera Seer, we kill Mom. We kill Academy Rector.
Okay, wow. All right, because then you get the enchantment.
So I got to get the trigger, right? So, so we marry Viscera Seer, we fuck Arena Rector, and we kill Academy
We're killing Academy Rector. This is very good.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think my guess is the Viscera Seer are going to help you get there to the body and all that, so you're doing good.
Viscera Seer's that, really... it's that solid, stable person in your life that you'll always need there,
and they'll help you kind of plan for what's coming for sure. You get a little bit of foresight, a little bit of scrying goes a long way. Well, it's really good to see you out here. It was cool to hang out last night and be partying and shit.
It's so cool to get to meet people in person and I know I'm out here looking like the Riddler, but I swear to God, like I'm.
All of us, every single one of us got these masks on, and you know what? I'm glad for it. It's really cool to see people taking COVID regulations seriously and creating a safe space.
Yeah, absolutely.
So are there any players who you're like psyched to get a matchup with, psyched to get games in with, anything like that?
I just want to play a in-person game with Ian and Kai, and I think I'll be happy.
I think my guess is you'll be able to get there, whether it's between rounds or in the after hours or tomorrow or something. Like, there's games to be had all day. Like, I brought a cube. Like, maybe a cube's going to fire. Like, who the fuck knows? So it's going to be pretty nutty.
Absolutely.
What's your name, boss?
Tyler.
How's your standings?
0-2-1.
0-2-1. 0-3-1. I'm 0-4. I totally feel you. It takes a little pressure off. Oh, looks like time. What are you playing?
Captain Sisay.
Sisay, is it are you playing like Sisay Jeggy, or is it just or Captain Sisay?
Captain Sisay.
Okay, all right. Awesome. What kind of strategies are you running into that are giving you like a real hard time?
The biggest problem I'm having right now is just my inexperience, because I've only played a few games of CEDH, so it's like the threat analysis part is my biggest issue.
As you begin to get more familiar with the meta and what is out there, it certainly, like, experience adds a lot to it. So did you just kind of get into cEDH recently and you were like, let's go, I'm going to go all in? Do you come from like another format?
I mean, I've played casual EDH for years now, but yesterday was the first time I played a real cEDH game. I played like 3 when I got here, and then that was it. Jumped right into the tournament.
This is amazing. So the channel I do, like, really, we try to really specialize in removing the stigma from cEDH and creating a welcoming environment and all that. So this is a story and a happenstance that I'm super excited to see and hear about. What made you want to do it?
My brother and I had we considered going to Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Before he gets married, just like as a vacation.
Yeah.
And that kind of fell through. And
makes sense.
This one's domestic, so we're gonna go to this one.
Hell yeah! Where are you coming through from?
I'm from California in the Sacramento area.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I'm coming from all the way over on the East Coast in Rhode Island, so I'm definitely like super pumped to be here. And one more time, what was your name?
Tyler.
Tyler, I really appreciate you diving into this head first. It's super awesome. So good luck on the rest of the weekend. Are you going to be around tomorrow partying?
Maybe. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking a few minutes, Tyler. Enjoy the rest of the time. How are we doing today?
I'm doing great.
What was your name?
Kyle.
Kyle, what are you playing today?
I'm playing Timna Thrasios. The deck name is called Jace and Mimosa.
Okay, and what's the dubs from it? What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to flip my entire deck into the graveyard.
Okay, so it's I think I played something. Spleen was on something similar, and there's like 4 or 5 different ways to flip the whole deck, and go into consult or go into either Jace or Thoracle or whatever it is.
Yeah, I actually faced Spleen in the first game. I somehow took a game off of him after many misplays.
Yeah.
But yeah, our deck is actually surprisingly similar.
Yeah. What's your standing so far?
Right now I am 2-1-1.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That's super good.
I have a good chance of making day 2 right now.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
it's not a premature congratulations, but that's awesome.
I'm hoping for the best, but I'm expecting the worst.
So what decks are you like really having a lot of trouble against?
A lot of stacks decks.
Okay, yep. So like your mono white decks and your Winonas and shit?
Yep, the rule of law like effects is what gets me the most.
Yep, rule of law is the real fuckity suck these days.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna go off the beaten path. This is one of my favorite new questions. What are your 3 favorite creatures in the deck?
In the deck, I gotta go with Hermit Druid.
Okay.
It's what made me love the deck in the first place. And then Esper Sentinel, just because of the good value, and then you gotta go with Laboratory Maniac, the OG way to win back 5-10 years ago.
You ready for the follow-up?
Yeah.
Hermit Druid, Esper Sentinel, Lab Maniac, fuck, marry, kill, go.
All right. Marry Esper Sentinel. Looks like he can do a lot of good stuff throughout the live.
Yeah, he's got the big blade on his arm, so you know he's chopping some wood at least.
Oh yeah. I would say kill Laboratory Maniac.
Ooh, Lab Man, getting the axe.
I mean, he looks like he's into way too much stuff.
Yeah, he's probably buried in his work all the time.
And then fuck Kermit Druid.
I'm totally feeling it. Those are totally legitimate. Well, thank you so much for taking a few seconds to answer some intelligent questions and some not so intelligent ones. And good luck at the rest of the weekend. I hope to see you crushing tomorrow.
Fingers crossed.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
How was your round one?
I didn't get there. I went for a Fury of the Horde, just trying to draw some cards off a Humble Defector, and got that pacted, and the guy next to me won.
What's your name, by the way?
Jade.
Jade, absolutely a pleasure. I'm Alan. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes. I appreciate it. What was your matchup in that round?
It was Malcolm Vile Smasher, Selvala, and Kess.
Oh, that's a hell of a match for sure. How do you feel about going forward? How do you feel about your chances? Where are you feeling? You feeling like you're gonna shake it off, go back into this one, throw some elbows?
Yeah, I think so. I think hopefully people don't realize what my deck's doing, and I can come in and win some games.
That's the dream, right? Is that you just got the hand and people aren't going to know where to interact or whatever. What are some bad matchups for you? What's some stuff that you're like, oh shit, like I got to watch out right now?
Anything that can run humility or anything that can run blind, that's running blind obedience. I need my creatures to come in on time.
That's pretty solid. And what do you see coming in? What are some decks that you see coming through on the finals? Let's move over so we're not sticking this in the judges' faces. What are some decks that you expect to see in the final matches going forward?
I think Kark Sagashima for sure.
Kark's a big favorite. I've been hearing that all around.
Yeah, I guess I don't really know what everyone's playing right now, but maybe Cody, Kark Sagashima. I mean, I don't know how many people are playing Winota, but Winota's good.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I think Ian said he was on it, right? I think that's what I just heard. I don't know. Things are starting to blur, and we're on round one right now, right?
There's a lot of people.
We're gonna go. This is the running favorite as far as the questions. We go a little bit off kilter here. What are your 3 favorite creatures in the deck?
In my deck?
Yeah.
Fanatic Amogus.
All right.
Combat Celebrant and Harmonic Prodigy.
All right, we got Harmonic Prodigy, Fanatic of Mogus, and Combat Celebrant. Fuck, marry, kill. Go.
I was not ready for that.
No one's ready for that. That's a very stupid question.
Oh, man. I'll fuck Harmonic Prodigy.
All right, yeah. Chill.
I'm definitely killing Mogus.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm marrying Combat Celebrant.
Yo, sometimes you got to go for that. Yeah, high impact. I'm into it. What was your name one more time?
Jade.
Jade, thank you so much for taking a few minutes. I really appreciate it, and good luck in the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Where are you guys off to?
I finally won a game.
Oh, we got. What happened? So let's step over this way so we're not in the main way. Last I saw, you were stuck under a Draenith Magistrate.
Yeah, and the Draenith Magistrate was keeping the Anya player from doing anything, so I was just chilling. It was Charles, mono white guy. He was beating down another player, so I was just kind of letting that happen.
Charles is 3-0 up until that match.
Yep, I know, just feels like, but he's guaranteed for day 2 already, so I don't feel that bad. Yeah, he was swinging away, hitting people. I symboled Overloaded Cyclonic Rift, bounced his whole board, and ISO revved next turn.
Hell yes, you got there. That's so bonkers. Well, congratulations on a sick dub. Yeah, 1-3. Let's go, babes. Better than I'm doing. I had the worst game just now. It turned my whole shit off. I was tight. I hit a wall this last round, and I was just, fuck, man. I got no energy, no nothing. I had the dopest starting hand on the play. Fetch, Deathrite Shaman, and Chromox, Root Maze.
Oh, shit.
And it got Mental Misstep.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, oh. And then, after the game, Kat was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have hit that Mental Misstep on the Root Maze. I was like, you motherfucker. That was my whole game plan.
Tell me that now.
But no, I'm not mad about it. It was the right. No one wants to see that shit come down turn 1.
It's a whole different game with a turn 1 Root Maze.
I think it would have been a pretty similar game, honestly. It ended up being just everybody playing their Timnas and their Chroms and their fucking Sarah Ascendants and their Nagilas and just 2 or 3 turns of standstill, and then everybody beat the shit out of each other. And then my dude tutored for Duretti or Durevi and one with Najila.
Najeeler, yep.
Big dubs, womp womp. So we're out here, we're doing it. Thank you guys for watching. What's your name, boss?
Jared.
Jared, I saw you earlier. I love the shirt you got. You got the dice all over it. You know we're gaming out here. Big gamer mode, right?
That's right.
What are you playing today?
Today I'm playing Old Stickfingers.
Old Stickfingers. How's it going?
I got a tie in my first one, scraped it out on one life to the end there, and then the second one, somebody op-aged in a demonic tutor. It did not go well.
No, that's that op agent hurts real bad. Old Stickfingers is rad. I remember when it was spoiled, me and a couple buddies went through it. We built it a whole bunch. I have a lot of love for that deck because I'm assuming you're running a Necrotic Ooze line?
Actually, it's a Razaketh line today.
A Razaketh line. Fucking awesome. What's the win on that?
So the Razaketh line win involves reanimating Dryad Arbor, following it with Postmortem Lunge, and able to generate mana, start sacrificing lands after casting Life Death, and then going into getting Professor Onyx and Chain of Smog.
Awesome. So it's a life and death line.
Yeah.
That's rad. I love seeing that. Hey, do you find it's more versatile than the Necrotic Ooze lines?
It's a little bit more consistent. You don't need to have extra cards in hand afterwards, and you can actually win from 0 mana after successfully reanimating Razaketh, so I find it to be more consistent.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. It's cool to see that it's evolved a little bit as well. What are some strategies or decks that you find that you're like folding to with that?
Stacks hurts.
Just stacks in general, making something cost one more, that sort of stacks?
So typically it's the one spell a turn that really hurts the most.
Yeah, your rule of laws and all that shit.
Yeah, you're trying to storm off around it. I'd say the other biggest piece is the enter the battlefield counter effects, like Graveyard Hate type.
Okay, yep.
The one extra mana on non-creature spells doesn't hurt as much, but I'd say Graveyard Hate and one spell a turns definitely hurt the most.
Yeah, I just spent the last round eating shit to an Aethersworn Canonist, so I definitely feel that. What are some decks or strategies or stuff that you see being his favorites to be playing tomorrow? What do you think's going to go the distance?
I mean, Winota's always a strong option. Just as everyone knows, Winota does numbers at tournaments. I've seen a few around here that are kind of spicy. I know a few people are running around like Prosper and stuff, like Doomsday lines. That's interesting. And then I also know... I don't know what Rebel's on, but Rebel always does something.
I played with Rebel in round 1, and I definitely saw her putting in a lot of work. I know she's been practicing her ass off, so she's on Blue Farm. Yeah, which is really, really cool to see. I'm excited to see Blue Farm put some work in for sure. Trying to think of what else to ask. So the other one is this one's a little out there. What are your 3 favorite creatures in your deck?
Well, I only have 2 creatures in my deck, so it's Razaketh and Dryad Arbor. But if I had to name a third, it'd probably be Old Stickfingers.
All right, Razaketh, Dryad Arbor, Stickfingers, fuck, marry, kill, go.
Exactly. I mean, you're going to have to marry Dryad Arbor because the other 2 are kind of like weird. Take it from Razaketh and you'd have to get rid of Old Sticky.
There you go, love it. We got Chuck Cheddar himself. Emmett, how we doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, Alan?
Things are well. How's your standings today?
I'm 1-2. I had a good...
We are won something. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that was my goal. I got my 1 win. It was a turn 1 Nas in round 1, and since then I've had revenge taken on me. I just lost.
That's fair. Now, was it turn 1 Nas main phase?
It was a main phase Nas.
Yes, main phase Nas is...
It was... cast Roguerack, Culling Ritual into Dark Ritual into Yawgmoth's Will, do all of those again, Wishclaw for the Nas, cast the Nas. And the Nas actually wound up sucking, but I still was able to piece something together.
Your opponents must have been absolutely bugging out seeing you do that turn 1. Now, what order were you in on the play?
I was last in turn order, and I was able to get away with it.
Turn Nas last. So you weren't like facing down any sort of Mystic Remoras or any shit like that?
No, I was not. Rhystic Study later arrived. I was not able to pull off the turn 1 win.
Okay.
But I was able to silence with Defense Grid, so...
Incredible. You had a Defense Grid out on your side?
Yeah, jam Defense Grid.
What are you running?
I'm doing a Tevesh Rog Turbo Nas, sort of a...
Yes, amazing. Tevesh Rog is absolutely incredible. Rakdos has some really cool stuff in it. So who are your favorite? What's your favorites to see, tomorrow in the top 16, all that? What decks do you think you're going to see out there?
That's a good question. I mean, it seems like mid-range is really prevalent here, and the pilots behind it. I mean, obviously Alton's killing it right now with Evo, and I'm staying with him right now, so obviously hope he does well.
Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just really impressed with the diversity overall in terms of decks. Like, it seems like everyone's bringing a lot of different stuff. CEDH is definitely not a monolith. It's a really diverse format.
There's so many different meta. It's like it's a whole meta. It's a whole thing for sure. There's a really cool vibe out here right now with the different commanders people are running. So here's the off the beaten path question. This is one of my absolute favorites. What are your 3 favorite creatures in your deck?
Oh man. Goblin Welder for the Entomb Bolas' Citadel cheese.
Okay.
Probably Razaketh because it's Razaketh.
Yeah.
And Dauthi Voidwalker because getting people with the Shallow Grave Dauthi when they're
Okay.
with Breach is pretty funny.
So you said Razaketh, Goblin Welder, Dauthi Voidwalker. Razaketh, Goblin Welder, Dauthi Voidwalker, fuck, marry, kill, go.
I gotta fuck the welder. No, actually, I gotta marry the welder because
all right.
he's useful. He has practical abilities. He can do some work around the home. I guess I have to fuck Razaketh because I don't think I'm capable of killing him.
I think that's the popular consensus. I think we're all definitely on fuck Razaketh, and then and kill the Voidwalker.
Yeah, has to.
It's got Shadow, so it's going to be a tall order. But I know when I see him on the field, I'm ready to see that thing die for sure. So
100%.
Thank you so much for taking a few minutes, for talking with me, and for the excellent answers.
Thank you, Alan. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.